Good evening, you beautiful crack-addled bastards. The broadcaster and I will be starting today's episode discussing our new ranking system and the performances that inspired it. Want to skip all that and get to our review of Tulsa King? No problem. Just skip to the 20-minute mark and you will be good to go. Thanks for listening, and now, on to the show. Broadcaster Nickels, it's the first episode of the year, and you know what that means. A new, official, patented crack cellar rating system is upon us, and this year, it was your turn at the wheel. Care to defend yourself?
It's a very highly complex, a lot of time, scientific data was just dissected through to come to these conclusions. And really, anybody else's opinions are kind of just bullshit, so I don't listen to any of those people. If you have any problems, you can leave them in our comment box on gofuckyourself.com.
Yeah, I think this is a controversial ranking system, in my opinion. I think it's the most controversial since we've started doing them. But, I mean, I don't know. The Nick Cage one with Ghost Rider and Wicker Man, that was kind of controversial too. So I guess you're just born in controversy, broadcaster, because you do not have Satan from South Park on your tier list. And when I saw that, I was like, holy shit, the balls on this man to leave South Park bigger, better, and uncut. I don't care. That is a Satan, and there's a voice actor who played that Satan, and you know who it is, broadcaster. And he deserves to be on that list, and you left him off. Well, let's start from the top. Tim Curry from Legend, 100% agree with this one. This would have been my pick for S2.
I don't think it's anybody that's over the age of 28 probably has heard of Legend. Maybe hasn't watched it, but they at least know of it. I think anybody below that knows about Legend, you're a legend, to be honest, and you give me hope for your generation. Yes. So keep that going. But yeah, Tim Curry, it's one of those movies where even if you know who Tim Curry is and you know his like portfolio, the movies he's done at the time, it's one of those performances where it can catch you off guard, where you might not realize it's him till like you're 3/4 of the way through the movie, or so you might not realize it at all. Someone has to tell you because you didn't see it in the credits, because nobody fucking reads the credits. You know, it's like one of those performances. In fact, personally for me, it was years, because I watched it as a young kid, and then I was watching Home Alone 2, of course, and what else? A little Shop of Horrors, and what else was he in? Rocky Horror Picture Show. Sorry, not Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, that's probably the most famous thing he's ever been in. Which is
trying to think
crazy.
of other movies he's in, but he's been in other things. But I think it was fucking when I was a teenager, I found out that was Tim Curry. My mind was blown because you see Satan in Legend, and it is the coolest beast Satan you'll ever see. I don't think anybody has come close.
How so?
And it's all prosthetic. It's not CGI. It's all prosthetically driven.
I don't know if this is true for you like it is for me. He was the first realistic depiction of Satan I ever saw in my life. So like he's my
He scared
Satan.
The shit out of me, dude.
And
as a young kid, I had nightmares of that fool's face.
Dude, I watched Legend like I think when I was 4 or something like that. Like I watched Legend real early, and the imprint his Satan left on my mental psyche and schema is eternal and everlasting. When I close my eyes and think of Satan, it is him. The face, that face with the horns, the way the horns come, like that whole thing is like literally how my brain thinks of as a baseline for what Satan is. It just imprinted on me. Did it do that for you too?
Absolutely, dude. That movie is the reason I like fantasy.
Hell yeah.
I mean, like it.
One of
like
the
I
best
was
fantasy
I was
movies of all
so
time.
young, and that movie was showing me like, Fantasia is, like it's just that whole movie is. It's a hard movie to describe because it's not a silent movie, but it's almost close to it. And the way they use the audio in that movie, the way some people's voices echo, like in the caverns and in the scenes they set up, and the lighting and like just that grainy film for the time it was shot in.
Yeah.
All of that
Created
comes
by
together.
Great, like pretty much.
Yep,
my
Ridley
favorite
Scott.
director of all time. And it's so funny too because like when you think of Ridley Scott, there are so many amazing movies you can rattle off. Some of them more surprising than others. But I guarantee you, if you ask most people, "Hey, name the best 4 Ridley Scott movies," none of them would name Legend. And
That's a fucking
Legend
shame.
is so fucking good. That's like how prolific that motherfucker is. Like you could go there are so many 4 movies you could pick from his catalog that are all so good, and you'd be like, I didn't miss anything. Be like, what about Legend? Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I mean, if I'm being real, it's Alien, Blade Runner, Legend.
Mm-hmm.
That is his Triforce.
For sure. Yeah, if you're doing a Triforce, I'd go that direction too.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the S. That's the S. Tim Curry, absolute fucking beast, legend. Unfortunate. Is he passed away? He's still alive, I'm pretty sure. It's very unfortunate the condition he's in.
Oh yeah. Fuck,
But-
I forgot about that. He is like he's not a vegetable, right? Like he just
Yeah, he is.
He is a
He totally is.
vegetable? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
He's not. Yeah, he's not
That sucks.
able to get out of his wheelchair anymore. I believe. I my brain tells me I think he passed away, but I've made this mistake with so many people now.
Yeah.
I don't want I don't want to say that.
Yeah,
but
especially since COVID. Like I feel like
Exactly,
there's this
yeah.
COVID bubble where you're not sure. There's so many people that died. You're just like not sure.
But yeah,
Fucking died.
moving on from the legend himself, we're going to go down to what I just ranked Tulsa King, and that is Peter Stormare's performance in Constantine as Satan, which is short. A lot of people are going to... This is probably one of the more controversial ones. Maybe
this
it's
was
not.
mine. When I looked at him, like yep.
This one is a heart pick for me because, one, I think Peter Stormare is an underrated G as an actor.
Oh, I love him. For sure.
And B, while it's a very, very short-lived character in the movie, it is a conclusion to the end of the movie. So it's not like he's just like a one-off. He is a very purposeful Satan in the movie. Sorry, 1 second. But he left such a mark in that scene as Satan. He left such a mark in that scene as Satan that I could never really compare it to anybody else besides Tim Curry, even though they're totally opposite Satans, right?
Yeah.
But his performance in just like that 3 fucking minutes he was in was so fucking cool. And just the written design into the character too, the fact that he had the fucking the sulfur and mud on his feet because he couldn't walk upon the earth, and stuff like that. Him lighting the cigarette for him, when he was dying of lung cancer from cigarettes and shit like that. All that stuff was just super cool to me. And the bargaining, all that cool shit. I was young. I've watched it numerous times. It doesn't age the best because the CGI looks terrible now. But at the time, Constantine was the CGI was awesome at the time. So I don't really try to hold that against the performance itself, even though it's a huge part of his scene. But the acting was fucking just phenomenal. And I don't know, this is kind of maybe a little off tangent, but I like the idea, the concept of the suave devil's advocate type looking people wearing white instead of black. Like I've always people often think like when like the yin and yang, that the black is the bad and the white is the good, when it's not at all. And I like when I see that concept in like a archetypal evil, like say Satan, who shows up as a human in a white suit, such as Peter Stormare's performance. It also happened in Onimusha, which is like this is where it kind of goes off tangent, like Onimusha 4, which is kind of the worst of them all, but nonetheless, one of the cool ideas they played around with was the avatar that takes form as these archetypal evils, like such as Satan. They come into our realms with like as being a suave person wearing a white suit, and I don't know, it's a cool concept that I've always kind of liked. And Peter Stormare was the original, so
yeah,
he's up there. That was a lot to say. I know a lot of people will say that it wasn't much and it shouldn't be up there, but I say go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if I would have got him on my list. I don't think I would have, honestly, but I love Peter Stormare. Like, he is amazing, like in everything. And it's weird because he plays these little bit roles, and like he's one of those guys where you're just like, I can't even remember what he's from, but I've seen him in 100 different things type of guy.
Oh yeah,
he's always good in all of it. So I definitely like him as an actor. But personally, Al Pacino wouldn't my A rank if I did this list. But instead, Broadcaster has sentenced him to be a B. Al Pacino, devil's advocate with the B rank. Defend yourself, Broadcaster.
I fucked I fucked you, Al.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's a great performance. Don't get me wrong. The movie's the shit. But, I mean, you could literally take the idea if they didn't put it in front of your face that Al Pacino was Satan, he could have just been a fucking magician, fucking Reeves' wife. Okay, that's all I'm saying. It was a great movie.
So
the acting was phenomenal.
Like he's like the Theranos CEO. He wasn't really Satan. He was just
yeah, dude. He had Keanu on fucking lithium the whole time, or drugs, or some shit. Like that would have been an ending. It totally would have been plausible. But they went with like this very, very 90s corporate CEO Satan theme, which turned out to be a fucking awesome movie. Don't get me wrong.
Dude, his rant at the end of that movie is one of the most legendary movie rants of all time. His rant to fucking Keanu at the end. And Al Pacino's the fucking man. Fucking Scarface.
Yeah.
And really what he would take A for me is just because if I were to do this list, I would base it like on my imprint of what I'd identify as Satan in my life in terms of cinema. And Tim Curry definitely would have been S. He'd be number 1. But for me, Al Pacino is my number 2, like in terms of where my brain would go when I think of Satan. That movie had a huge impact on me. I love Keanu Reeves. This was one of the first sort of like more adult, slow movies I really got into when I was a kid. Like I got this movie right when it came out. I don't know, what year was it? Like 1995 or 6? Something like that.
Yeah.
So,
You go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's very imprinted on me. Like that Al Pacino performance of Satan is like imprinted on me in a way that it's almost like I think of him more as Satan than I do than Scarface, which is crazy to say, but in my brain, I associate him more to Satan than Scarface.
Really?
Yeah, maybe that's crazy, and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, before we go forward, I think the main theme for me when it comes to Satan is, not per se like how great the actor was in general, just acting in the movie and like how fleshed out the character was and stuff like that. But like the arcane and ethereal theme to the character itself, you know, because I think my more ideal versions of Satan is pretty much the opposite of what Al Pacino was in Devil's Advocate.
Listen,
you know,
dude.
who is more of like a human, like I said, a coked up human. Like Satan was in a coked up human's body, fucking whoever he could. You know, like, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, great movie. Again, not knocking the movie, but when it comes to like a more I'm thinking more of like a more angels versus demons, ethereal type.
Okay. Fair enough.
You know, Satan, and that's why Tim Curry is at the top for me. You know, because he kind of cemented what Satan should be. You know, like a very mythical, legendary type beast, like Diablo from the games. You know, like something like that. So that's why going forward, maybe you'll understand going forward, because the next one down from Al Pacino is Elizabeth Hurley.
Oh shit!
People might be like, "Who the fuck is Elizabeth Hurley? Does the chick from Austin Powers?" Correct. It is the chick from Austin Powers, but right, she was in Austin Powers.
Yes,
but they replaced her. I think.
Yeah, they replaced her with Beyonce.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. But she was in a great fucking movie. By also a forgotten actor by the name of Brendan Fraser, who's having a little bit of a small emergence. But essentially, Brendan Fraser is a fucking loser who sells his soul to the devil, and the devil in this movie is Elizabeth Hurley. Fine ass Elizabeth Hurley.
Oh yeah, this was like right when Hurley was at her peak but about to fall down.
Yeah.
Like she was super hot, but you could see the writing on the wall that she's about to hit like the mark where all the Hollywood actresses stop getting as much work. Which,
yeah.
I'm just describing Hollywood, you know. This isn't I don't know in the industry. I don't know what group might. But it's not
you said it, not me. Anyways, I'm putting Elizabeth on this list, not because she's the greatest Satan. Maybe some would say she's worth more than a C in the Satan department. Maybe some would say she's well below a C in the Satan department.
If you're going on hottest, then she's the S for
sure.
But
exactly. And if we're going to do a law of equivalencies, okay, where things balance each other out, okay, I have to say that a high sex appeal Satan, well, not something I asked for, I got. And I got at the right time in my childhood. Okay.
Was at the right time, please tell us.
Okay. So I didn't forget Elizabeth. I didn't forget. Okay. So you're on my list as a C.
I'll tell you right now that I did forget that Harvey Keitel was in Little Nicky, our D rank.
Yeah.
I straight up forget. Like when you sent me that, I was like, wait a second, he was in Little Nicky, and I had to look it up, and I was like, oh my god.
And not only was the fucking legend in fucking, it's funny how this works. Tim Curry plays Satan, S-class, legend, the movie legend, himself, legend, S-class, right? Triple legend. Harvey Keitel, legend himself, worst Satan performance I've ever seen in my fucking life, okay? I get what you're trying to do. There's a comedic edge to this whole fucking thing, but you were a beta cuck. Okay, you were a beta cuck Satan, dude. It was the most shameful Satan we've ever seen, right? This is the man that rules the underworld? Nah. No fucking way, dude.
Yeah. He played it almost like Billy Crystal, if I remember right. Like,
yeah,
I remember
just had a fleece robe on the whole time.
Yeah, and he kind of just like did like
had a super big boomer mentality, like get off my lawn, you know.
Well, that about does it. I guess till next time, broadcaster.
Till next time.
Put on your big Hollywood sunglasses and light the torch, because it's Cellar time. Welcome to the Crack Cellar, as the prophecy was once foretold. I'm Two-Spirit Penguin Daniel.
And I've evolved into Master Caster.
Mr. Nickels.
What the fuck, dude? I just said...
How did I just dead name you? Broadcaster, it's a new year.
Please,
and,
please, Master.
We have a new year, new Taylor Sheridan show. This man, I'd never heard of him before a year ago, and it's like 6 different shows that are number one. What the fuck? Steve made a pact with the devil or something.
Yeah, this guy did Yellowstone, right?
He did Yellowstone, all those spin-offs, and this show, and then he's working on some other show too, I think.
Yeah. Well, he was I guess he got his name on Sons of Anarchy or something. He was like...
Is that right?
He was like a no-namer in on the writing staff and shit. And whatever he was on the obviously the actual production end of things, not an actor. For Sons of Anarchy, and then I guess he got a wild hair up his ass. I guess he I don't know if there was animosity between those people on the set, or if he just didn't like not having as much power as he wanted, so he became a director / writer / actor, because he's in Yellowstone, right? He makes a guest appearance picking up Jimmy. I think he's the cowboy that tells him to tie down his shit on the truck. And he's like, with what? You know what I'm talking about?
It's possible, because I will be honest, I don't know what the man looks like. So could you?
Pretty sure that's Taylor Sheridan. It is the cowboy that picks him up.
I'll take your word for that. M. Night Shyamalan does that. He does it.
Yeah, he actually, when you think about it, it's a very M. Night Shyamalan thing too.
Do you think the Taylor Sheridan's going to have the M. Night Shyamalan thing where he overstays his welcome and starts to put out stuff that... I mean, I'll tell you right now, I still watch everything that man puts out, and I think most of it's decent. I don't think he's that...
M. Night just likes... Dude, it's just fun. It's just cool to make fun of M. Night. It's never waned, unfortunately, for that guy. But I don't think he's ever really done anything to the point where you run him out of town.
In fact, I mean... The Village is my least favorite thing he's ever done, and a lot of people like...
That's crazy, because that's one of the only thing the haters like is Village.
Yeah, of course, yeah, of course. Makes sense. By the way, there's a show on Apple Plus called Servant, which is like a sort of it's like a PG-13 horror TV show that isn't too fucked up, where kids can watch it, but it's still pretty creepy, and I think that's a great show. I think it's one of the best things he's done in his modern career. So,
dude, people shit on Lady in the Water. I loved it. That was a good one.
No, I think most of his stuff is pretty good, but I don't know. I liked Signs, and a lot of people think Signs sucks too. But Joaquin Phoenix had a knockout performance. That directly led to Joker, in my opinion. I think you can say Signs is a prequel.
Yeah, I almost forgot Joaquin was in fucking Signs, dude. I just remember Mel Gibson's crazy ass.
Yeah, I was saying old Papa Gibson holding it down in there too.
Yeah, that was a beloved. That's a Hollywood approved Gibson right there. Still,
yes, he was still in the club back then. But let's get back to Tulsa King Broadcaster. Yes. So, I'm not gonna lie. I think Taylor Sheridan's a little overrated. I think Yellowstone's a little overrated. I think 1883, that first prequel, is probably the best thing he's made so far that I've seen, up until Tulsa King. But now I think it might be Tulsa King. What about you? Have you seen all of the Sheridan stuff?
No, not at all. I haven't seen 1883. I haven't seen the movie. Is the movie even out yet with Harrison Ford?
It's another TV show, 1923.
Oh, it's a TV. I thought it was going to be a movie.
No, there's already 5 episodes out right now.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, I haven't
I.
seen that either.
It's not. I don't think it's as good as 1883, and not as
Man,
good as
that's
Tulsa King
wild.
either.
So that means he's doing Tulsa King, 1923, and you said he's working on something else all at the same time?
I that could be a rumor, but I swear I heard there was another show that he was working on right now too. And
God
then
damn.
Yellowstone, so that would be 4.
That boy's busy.
Yeah, but I think he was wise to co-create with Terrence Winter, who's one of the original writers from Sopranos, because this show, I could just see if
Yeah.
the Sopranos influence wasn't there, this show could have been bad. You know what I mean?
It would have been bad.
Terrence Winter, I feel like might have saved this show from being his first bomb.
Yeah, well, we also don't know. I mean, it could have been Taylor's. I mean, he's probably a cowboy guy. He probably brought Terrence in for a reason because he wants to write a mafia type show.
Taylor Sheridan and Terrence Winter wrote the first episode together, the pilot, which was a really good episode, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Then Terrence Winter wrote the second episode, another good one. And then from there, 3 random people wrote 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 4. Those middle 4 episodes were just random people. But then the last 3 were all written by Terrence Winter.
They felt like it.
So, yeah, like, it's funny because I remember in retrospect, I was looking at this show and thinking, man, there was a couple points in the middle I was kind of like, I could, give or take whatever, I was okay on it. But the beginning and the end of this show was wild. And there you see why. You have the OG Sopranos guy wrote all of those, the beginning and the end.
Right. Yeah. I will say though, for it being written by Terrence and also being co-written / is Taylor an executive producer? Is he just writing? I'm not sure if he's actually producing the show, if he's an executive producer of some kind, but nonetheless,
he's an executive producer, yes.
It felt kind of kiddie to me. The show felt very like PG-13, almost like there was no. I know they show people getting shot in the head and stuff like that, but it's very tame. You see it coming most of the time. There's not a lot of like surprises. Like when I think the most mafia-esque thing I saw was what Waltrip choking that chick.
Yeah.
the girlfriend that was obviously a fucking rat. And I didn't even feel like there's no tension in that scene because it just felt like it was obviously coming. And I don't know, like when you like compare it to things like The Sopranos and shit, there's no big surprises or anything,
Yeah. Well, there are a few.
Fucking Cheeky having a wig was one of the biggest surprises to me. When after he's drowning his dad and he looks in the mirror, I was like, "What's wrong with his hair?"
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's true, but there are a few things that really surprised me. Well, and I'll talk about them more in the spoiler section. But I can see your point where there's no moment where, Sopranos spoiler in case anyone hasn't watched Sopranos. When they take the dude's girlfriend out to the woods and kill her, when she snitches to the feds and they find out, and she calls, what was his character's name again? Is it Michael? It's the girl club owner, the young couple.
Yeah.
What the hell was his name? Was it Michael?
I think it was
the
Mike.
Actor's name. I can't.
Now you're gonna make me look it up now.
But either way, that moment where she calls him and you think that he's gonna go on the lam with her, but instead he sends her to her death. Like, I think most people would say that is the shocker moment of The Sopranos. Like, if you had to pick one. I mean,
yeah,
Junior shooting Tony was also up there, but I think the girlfriend execution was like super brutal and kind of like I don't know if you didn't see it coming, but it's more like you just felt like there's no way they'll do it type of thing, and then they do it.
Right.
There's nothing like that in Tulsa King, and I also think the biker gang stuff was my least favorite part of Tulsa King. I don't know about you. I enjoyed everything other than the biker stuff.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. A lot of it just felt really kind of phoned into me. Like it wasn't. Maybe it was because it was supposed to be a B-side story type of thing to the actual like mafia main plot. But if that's the case, then you should have just cut it. You should have made more time for the mafia plot and just fucking got rid of the biker stuff. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that the biker plot served was a catalyst to turn a character out of character to me, which is what's her name, the ATF agent. Like, because by the end of the story, like you were kind of alluding to, she does something that it just seems like, I mean, it's supposed to be the surprise, but at the same time, I'm just like, that just doesn't, like, that wasn't you at all. Like, what? But, I mean, ATF's an ATF, and they're all rats, if you're asking me. So, so I guess I'm not surprised. I'm surprised, but not surprised.
No, I agree with you there. That also, what you're talking about was a surprise to me. So, yeah, I definitely got surprised a few times in the show, but definitely nothing too crazy. But if you really look at the first season of The Sopranos, wasn't that crazy either. But
it was groundbreaking.
It was. It definitely was. And this isn't really groundbreaking. This is sort of like ground sodding.
Yeah,
I would say.
Well, it is pretty cool to see familiar faces from Sopranos, though. I will say that.
Yes. And fucking Stallone fucking was born to play a fucking mafia guy. Like, it's crazy watching him play because I've seen him play so many characters, and a lot of people can accuse him of just playing himself. They do that with Tom Cruise as well. Like certain actors, like, oh, he just plays himself.
Yeah,
he played himself in this, but himself is a fucking OG. You're just like, that is him. Like, it's crazy how that works.
Dude, I love how they got Max Casella because he was kind of like a nobody. Now he's like a main guy. He must feel honored by Terrence.
Yes. Yeah, I loved all the mafia stuff, and you can just tell, you can feel the Sopranos influence on like the actual way they write the mafia, because there's a lot of different versions of the mafia through cinema history, and some of them are kind of more cartoony than others. Overplayed. Yeah, this was really good, although there is one moment where anyway, let's say for the purposes of this non-spoiler review, would you recommend people go out and watch Tulsa King? Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not going to confirm nor deny how I obtain my episodes to watch these and review, but I do got to say that this whole like streaming spiderweb is insane. And I wouldn't blame anyone for not wanting to watch, say, like the Tulsa King because they don't want to go buy a fucking Paramount Plus membership or whatever it's called. Mm-hmm. I don't blame them at fucking all. It's like, this shit needs to stop. Most of the other content Paramount Plus is like fucking woke, like Star Trek type stuff. Like, it's a lot of that. And Tulsa King, I have a feeling that anyone on that side of the fence is going to look at Tulsa King, not even really give it a chance, and just be revolted by the poster cover, if you know what I mean. Like, sure. This is not a match for the network. Tulsa King feels like a show that should be on Netflix or something a little less. I think it should be on all of them. I really like this fucking exclusive. Like, it was one thing when it was just Netflix and Hulu, right? And you could have Red versus Blue, and you could have your A and B, and there was just two worlds, that's plenty. But now that there's so many and everyone has exclusives, you're paying $15 a month just to watch a show. They got you now. Where we started with cable, dude. The whole reason streaming took off is because it was cheaper than cable, but now streaming is more expensive than cable in its prime, in its heyday. The year 2000 or whenever the prime of cable TV was. Yeah, you're right. We are way more expensive than that now. If you for sure. If you want to have all the streaming, and I'm not even all of them, just like all the main ones, you're talking almost $100 for just the main ones, and that's arguable. You'd probably leave some out that some people would consider main. So yeah, for all of them, what do you think? Like $500, $400 at this point, because there's so many. There's so
Oh yeah.
many now.
I mean, I honestly couldn't tell you because I've never spent a dime on any of them. But I know where they started and I know where they're at now. You know, I know that once upon a time you could get fucking Netflix for as low as $3.99 a month. You know, and now we're at like fucking almost $20 a month. And that's not keep in mind that $3.99 got you everything. Everything. Now we're at like $15 to $20 a month, and they still withhold stuff from you if you're not willing to pay for the family package or whatever the fuck it is, you know. But beyond that, you know, a solution to this, to take it out of these fuckers' hands, to be honest, is for the actual film houses, or I don't know the proper terminology. I'm not fucking this smart with this shit, but whoever is like creating and owning the actual films, the shows and stuff like that, they need to make platform contracts, you know, like timed exclusives or something like that. Yeah, we'll premiere on Netflix for like 3 months, but then it's going to Paramount, then it's going to HBO, then it's going, you know, whatever. This shouldn't, because the fucking idea that they're expecting everyone just to subscribe to a platform just to check out a show that looks interesting is ludicrous. Is it fucking? I don't know. They can't be. I know the market I don't. What's the proper way to say this? Like multi-platform customer penetration or whatever. That can't be that high. I can't imagine there's a fuck ton of people out there subscribed to more than 2 platforms.
Oh, dude, you know, I guarantee you that there's a lot of people subscribed to probably like 4 or 5. I'll bet the
That's
average.
Insane.
So the national average is probably like 3.5. That would be my guess.
I would have said that like a few years ago. You know, maybe, but right now, especially like with the economy going the way it is, you think people are still subscribing?
3, but dude, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and I'm just like fucking my brain has been warped from Twitter and like the fucking fake online universe. But it feels like a lot of people have everyone, and I know two people I know personally that both have like 5.
Christ.
And they don't even bat an eye at it. Like I brought it up to one of them, I kind of just didn't even bother questioning, but the other one I kind of like raised a question, like, so I mean, we're back to cable, huh? What do you feel about, you know, having all these? And totally fine with it. Just, you know, like totally just brushed it off, like, oh, that's just normal. You know, I'm guessing total he was spending $70-ish for all these, so that's like a cable bill at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. Comcast was smart. They would like seize back on this and be like, "Come back to cable. We're cheaper now." Like, they should do some
no
special.
Shit, dude. No shit.
The cord glue on special.
Be smart, but then, you know, then if you pull back the curtain, you realize people that own the fucking Comcast and the big names also own all those fucking platforms. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's all game cards. Yeah.
It's boiling the frog. Anyways, Tulsa King, great show.
Highly recommend.
Listen, kids. World's dark. Buy yourself an AR-15.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool scenes, and it's a 9-episode season. It's, you know, if you like Sly Stallone, man, you're not gonna be hungry after watching this. There's a lot of Sly to chew on, and it's good Sly, good writing for the most part. I think it's Taylor Sheridan's best show at this point. I'm kind of on the fence. 1883 was really fucking good, but you know, this is going to go multiple seasons. 1883 was like a limited series. It's one encapsulated story, where this is based on the way this season ends. I think they're shooting for at least 5 seasons, and I know it's already been renewed.
Fucking so tired of that shit, dude.
I think
dude, shows are the new movies.
if they plan it
Short shows are the new high budget movies, dude.
They are. They
I'm,
really
I'm
are.
convinced,
Yeah.
man. People they're really falling into a class of their own,
Yeah,
and they
they
need to
are.
continue.
It started with Band of Brothers back in the day on HBO. They did it first
Yep.
before anyone else knew, and everyone was so weird. I remember everyone was so weirded out by the concept. Like no one knew what to do with it. There's like it was like a hobbyist thing. Like it wasn't even like watching cinema. It was like some weird fucking hobbyist production. Like, oh, isn't that quaint? It's a
That's
mini
quite.
series.
I do say that is quite the idea.
But yeah, I if you already watch this guy's stuff, Taylor Sheridan stuff, definitely recommend. If you love Sly Stallone, recommend. If you like Sopranos, I recommend. But if you don't fall into any of those three groups, I'd probably say it's a toss up if you'll like it or not. Coin flip.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's a lot of people that aren't going to like it because it's not it's not agenda driven.
No, it is not.
It also doesn't have like, I mean, it's also pretty masculine. I'll say it bluntly. I mean, it's about mafia, cowboy culture, marijuana, and I guess biker kind of is gang / mafia theme, and just what's law enforcement drama intrigue, like, so it's not like, I mean, that's not for everybody. That's a lot of masculine qualities for a show, so women probably aren't going to like it too much. Plus, I don't think Sylvester Stallone's a very liked actor anymore. He's kind of on the, like, people in our demographic, I watched this show because of Sly,
Mm-hmm.
but I remember Sly as Rambo and Rocky, so like, I can't imagine someone who's like 20 is going to look at this show and be like, oh shit, Sylvester Stallone, and that seems to be the only thing that would really draw anybody to the show, is seeing Sylvester Stallone's face. So it's probably, just by that merit, it's probably never going to achieve too much success, I think. That's why it kind of saddens me to think that they're going to try to draw it out 5 seasons.
Well,
it should be a lot shorter.
Well, no, that was a guess. I was just, because the way they wrote the finale to this show without saying exactly what it was implied they have a very long-term plan with the storyline, because nothing was it wasn't wrapped up in a bow. That's for damn sure. And the way they kind of left it was super like specifically open-ended, which sounds like a double negative or something like that, but it's weird. It's hard to describe, but the way they left it was just, we have plans for multiple seasons, because if it was only 2 seasons, I don't think they would have ended it like that. If it was only 1 season, I damn well they weren't going to end it like that. Kind of a.
Well, I mean, 2 seasons. I mean, it could theoretically end with.
It could.
With 2 seasons,
I just don't get the vibe.
Yeah, it would be a tight squeeze or a longer season. Maybe they come back for 12 episodes or something like that. Yeah. And then I could see it happening, but yeah, that'd be a bit much for another 8-9 episode banger.
Yeah. But you're definitely right. Stallone is Last Blood kind of made a lot of people not like.
Yeah. They kind of looked at him a little weird after Last Blood.
Oh, shit.
You don't got a problem with Asians, do you, Mr. Stallone? Not at all. Why you ask?
Dwight Manfredi released from prison 25 years after committing a murder that
Steve Buscemi did not do.
No, Buscemi was not there. Would have been a great cameo, though. Get Buscemi in there somehow.
I was really hoping he was going to show up in the past scene when it was like 1982 or whatever. That would have been sweet. I was like, oh, Buscemi's going to show up. Buscemi show up.
Oh, shit. Yeah. So basically the premise of this show, it plays out in the pilot. he gets out of prison. The boss is like, yeah, we're glad you didn't spill your mouth, but we need you out of town for reasons, and we're going to send you to Tulsa. And then this dude just starts a crime empire in Tulsa. And
relatively quickly.
Relatively quickly, yeah. And by the end of the first episode, essentially the empire is going up. The scaffolding is up. And
Turns out everybody in Tulsa folds quick.
I think one of the wildest things about the show early on in this first episode is just like how he walks into a weed dispensary and just literally tells him, hey, this is my weed dispensary now. And then that's the way it is. Like, and they got the guy from Silicon Valley to play the weed shop owner. Perfect casting. That was just great casting for a fucking weed shop owner. I love that.
Yeah, they also got the vibe down for a middle of nowhere pot shop, because I don't know how many of those you've been to, because it's a relatively new thing for me and you. But like, I went out to don't want to give our location away too much, but town out in Cle Elum. I was out in Cle Elum. And you know, if you're from around this place in the Pacific Northwest, you know Cle Elum is, you know, it's not the middle of nowhere anymore like it used to be, but it's still pretty relatively out there, especially for expecting a weed dispensary to be there. I went into one, and it is exactly like what you would imagine, like from Tulsa King, dude. Just like 3 or 4 nobodies. I don't want to insult them. They're not nobodies, but you know, they're just, you look at them and you're just like,
controversial episode, broadcaster. Go on about them being nobodies.
But they're just like,
together,
dude. It's funny. The vibe was like exactly the same. Like, no one gave a shit in there. Their security was literally like, we come from the Seattle area. So when you go into a fucking weed dispensary, there's a fucker standing right next to the door. There's a guy in the parking lot.
You got,
yeah,
like, on
dude.
steroids, 1998 Booker
Yeah.
T. Yeah,
And they got to walk you with another homeboy that's in the parking lot waiting for your ass to run out of the store. So it's like, then you go out to Cle Elum, and like, it's just 4 white people, like, that have never lifted weight above 25 pounds in their life. And like, you can just tell, like, you could literally, I'm not a criminal at all, and I'd be like, I could hold this place up right now. Like, it's fucking,
maybe I should start a life of crime.
Dude, one time I walked in there, and it was just one person in there at 10:30. They closed at 11. I walked in there at 10:30, and it was one person in the store.
Yeah, that's ooh, man.
So
that's wild that they can get away.
So
with
if
that.
anyone from Cle Elum is hearing this right now, change your shit, okay? But
also, we're not endorsing crime against the city of
no,
Cle Elum,
I'm endorsing a better security situation. All right.
Don't blame us that you get robbed tomorrow, okay?
But yeah, it was like, whoever got that, they knew what they were talking about. They clearly have been into a dispensary in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
because they wrote it down. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I get the same feelings with Yellowstone, especially early on, where, like, because we spent so much time in Wyoming, I sort of have like an idea of that type of place and kind of the authenticity components. Like, me and you would be able to see through bullshit if, like, 20 years from now they made some fucking TV show about Wyoming. Like, say they made a show about Pinedale. Me and you would intimately know if it was bullshit or not.
They're always going to church it up.
But for sure. But I got the feeling watching Yellowstone early on that it felt really authentic. Like, it felt like it was really shot in that type of place. I don't know where they actually shot it, but it's definitely in that area. And it just felt authentic to me.
I bet you there was a little less drama and a lot more trauma, though, in the real side shit. I haven't seen 1883, but I'm sure there's a level of drama and intrigue that wasn't actually there in reality.
Yeah.
People just died.
I feel an authenticity with this guy, Taylor Sheridan, where it's weird because he's starting to churn a little too much out. Maybe it's going to bite him in the ass, but every show I watch of his, no matter how bad, and even like the recent Yellowstone season, I don't know if you're current on it, but the new season is rough. It's not good.
Yeah,
even then though, like, it still feels authentic to a point.
Hmm. Is Kevin Costner still part of it?
Yeah, he's governor now. I guess that's a
He governor? He governor? I knew that big 10-gallon fucking hat of his was going to be governor one day. That fucking thing big.
Yeah,
I
but
think that might be a 12-gallon hat, actually.
yeah, everything that's going on in season 5 feels sort of predictable and kind of like rehashy, and a lot of people are calling for the show to end. So it's not great times for Yellowstone, but I do feel like his new shows are pretty good. Even this new 1923 with our boy Harrison Ford, which this is the first show that Harrison Ford has acted in probably like 15 years. Like he's been phoning it in for fucking so long, dude. Maybe 20 years he's been phoning it in. He actually acts in this fucking show, dude. Taylor Sheridan got that motherfucker to act again, so that by itself is an accomplishment. But
it's funny you say that because it's kind of, I don't know. I don't watch too much. I mean, other than the new Rambo. What else is? I mean, there hasn't been that many. Did I miss an Expendables?
no. I'm talking about Harrison Ford right now.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Sylvester.
No. I'm talking about Harrison Ford 1923. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I think Stallone did good in this in Tulsa King too, but not like anything too crazy. Like I think Stallone's a good actor. Period. I know people like to meme on him, but
well, that actually makes me want to watch 1923 then, because you are correct,
dude.
absolutely about fucking Harrison Ford. That guy, I honestly thought he was getting dementia. I thought they just weren't saying anything. I thought he was really just trying to lose his fucking ability to act. Because in Star Wars, he was dog shit.
Dude, everything I've seen him in for the last 20 years, he has phoned in the performance. And that's one of the reasons I went into 1923 with low expectations. But he's actually really good in it. And it's wild to see him act again. You literally haven't seen him act. You'll watch.
I haven't seen him act since Anchorman 2. When he turned into a werewolf.
Yeah.
It just like the way he did that scene, I was like, Harrison Ford actually enjoyed doing that. Like, okay.
good call. That does seem like the de-embarkation line for his phone.
It was, dude. Yeah. After that, it was just like he disappeared for 4 years or something and then reappeared and was dead on the inside.
Yeah. But what'd you think about Tyson, his driver that he gets in the first episode and persists all the way through?
I thought he was a great actor. I thought the character kind of saddened me because I sided with his father.
Oh yeah,
pretty much the whole show. I was just like, this is really sad fucking. Because I honestly thought he, like, especially in the last episode when like they pretty much, I mean, they gave him the death scene, you know, where it was just like, I'm glad it was you that picked me up at the airport type shit, you know? And then it was just like a fade to black. And then at the bar, I was like, yeah, he gonna fucking die. Yeah. So, and then of course he does get shot, but doesn't die. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, it's just like, we all, like as a person, you know, like that was pretty much the obvious result of his path as a character. And, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of sad, just that character in general.
Yeah, I liked the concept of turning the driver into a permanent character, because Sopranos always had a driver, but it was always random and it always changed. It wasn't like a character; it was more like a duty that one of either a filler character or a real side character would fill in from time to time, depending on which season. I like that. On one hand, I kind of hope that the next season has a new driver. And it's like just every season has its own driver. But on the other hand, I do like, it was interesting to see the driver as a character evolve through a season, because usually that's not their job. They're just there to drive. So it was interesting. I like that a little bit. It was a cool accoutrement on the show that was different.
Well, I have no doubt next season time will have passed and he's probably going to have his own cab business or something like that, because you know, Sylvester's going to be in prison probably for a while. That I don't know if they're going to do a time gap or if they're going to get him out immediately in season 2. I don't know how it's going to work.
Yeah, that's going to be the interesting thing, because they could do a gotcha and he just gets off as soon. Like they could just start the second season right at the end of the first season, and like they're like, oh, they brought you in on phony charges, you're free to go. You know what I mean? They could pull that. Or it could be he's in prison for another 10 years and his fucking daughter is like the bride from Kill Bill. Like,
I think honestly what it's going to be is that he's just going to be held up for like no more than a year or something. He's probably going to do it like 6 months or something like that. And when he gets out, everything that he was just setting up is going to be like just starting to, profit, like the lounge is going to be done on the outside like they had in that picture at the very end, because they renovated the inside, and then when everyone was walking in, they showed you what the outside was going to look like soon.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's going to he's going to get out and that's going to be done. And, I'm sure Tyson's going to have like a cab business set up, like some type of chauffeur business or a limo business, something like that set up. I think that's probably what's going to happen. I'll put my money on it. Yeah,
that is definitely what I would predict is like the most likely path.
It probably, and it probably will be like 6 months later. It'll probably say exactly 6 months later.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the daughter? So the daughter starts off absolutely despising him. As the show progresses, some things happen, and she starts talking to him, but still doesn't like him, but is talking to him. Then this bomb is dropped about her being raped by one of his old gang buddies. And then
he dies.
We have my favorite part of this entire goddamn first season, when Sly Stallone walks into that bodega and fucking does the closest thing to the curb stomp from American History X I've seen in a long time. He fucking beat that guy to death, and it was fucking badass as hell. And it was really kind of poetic because it was for his daughter that he had wronged. So it was almost like this sort of divine penance of absolute violence and carnage.
Yeah, for sure. That was definitely a fucked up scene.
Anyway, so at that point she kind of likes her dad a little bit. You notice that as soon as she said she didn't want him murdered, but
well, it's funny because she used the words "you've ruined my life" again. I was just like, well, wait a minute, what? It doesn't even make sense anymore.
Yeah, but she turns quick from there, and from that point on, she's on the track to liking Daddy again. And then at the very end, she's moving there, right? That's what happens at the last episode. She moves there.
Yeah, and does the husband go with her? Is the husband still in the hospital? Because I didn't see the husband after they had that discussion. He's just like, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I never saw him. I assume that she left him because
he got beat up like a bitch.
Yeah, the vibe I was getting from that was like bad timing for him and good timing for Dad to kind of win his daughter back. Like, it was her fucking husband got punked and looked like he couldn't protect her, and then her dad is like literally killing the guy that wronged her and offering to protect her whole family and his stronghold, if you will. So it's kind of poor luck for the dude if you think about it, even though he was a bitch.
I think he's going to start working for for Peter's family. I forget whatever their last name is.
You mean the crime family?
Yeah. Peter's the old man that died. I forget whoever Cheeky's last name is.
Oh, yeah.
But I think because he's gonna get left by the daughter, he's gonna be super mad, and since he's in New York with them, I think they're gonna get to him. That's gonna be a side story in season 2. I'm predicting all this, guys. I'm telling you, it's gonna come true.
Yeah, and one of the things we were talking about surprises in the non-spoiler review. One of the things that surprised me was with Cheeky. When they were planning to ambush murder Sly in Tulsa towards the end of the show, I didn't think they were going to succeed. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't like, oh, they're definitely like Sly Stallone's definitely going to die in the first season of the show that's been renewed. like that's going to happen. I didn't believe that, but I did not think they were going to get punked the way they got punked. Like, Sly Stallone ambushing him and being like, straight up, I know you're here to murder me. I'm going to steal your capo from you in front of your face and send you back to New York. Like, dude, that was, I did not expect that, dude. That, talk about a fucking declaration of war. That was one of the strongest declaration of wars I've seen since 300.
Yeah. I was surprised. I was really surprised that guy went with him too.
I know. I was like looking at it like, oh, that's hilarious.
Because I wouldn't trust him. He didn't even know, dude. Like at the end when they're like he's doing the speech and shit like that, he's like, "This is Goody. He's a guy. I've known him for a long time. He's a good guy. Hey, what's your first name? I've never got your first name." Like, what the fuck, dude? Are you serious?
I love that. I love lines like that because it feels like if Sly was really the guy in this show, it would be something Sly would himself would say. I never learned his first name. I don't know.
That shit killed me, dude.
Yeah.
I was just like, and you're gonna say, dude, did you think this guy's gonna just go to war for you, dude?
Yeah. I also like I really like Manny. I like the fact that it started with him trying to kill Sly and then he ends up working for him. That's another thing that was I put under the surprise department in the show. Like when he showed up to kill that dude.
Oh, Benny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when he showed up and like fucking almost killed him and then like left with his wife there and like mean mugged him as he's walking out as he's laying on the ground and like is this dude's about to start working for him after trying to assassinate him the day before. Is just
yeah, his character
cool.
is a roller coaster to be,
Yeah.
to be honest.
He gets his confidence back so quick. He's like this little defeated dog at first, and then like he works for Sly for like 2 days, and he starts bossing his wife around. Like, no, you listen to me, bitch.
Well, what doesn't really make sense either is after it shows you what actually happened, that put Sylvester away.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Benny like was kind of like there for him. He wasn't on their side. He's the one that called Dwight there. You know, he was the one was trying to like help this guy that ultimately died in the fire.
Yeah.
So like that was the part that didn't really make sense to me, and they didn't like really fill in anything else that would make Sylvester think otherwise. You know.
Well, Sylvester didn't. Sylvester was just going after him because he went after him, right? Like it was a revenge attack. So, what do you mean by that?
Well, no, he didn't know it was him immediately. Like when he saw him there initially, he's like, "What are you doing here?" and shit like
you
that.
Mean the jump for him to assume and need to assassinate Sly?
Yeah,
the initial jump. Okay.
Yeah, it was just like. You would think, like, after seeing the past thing, that it would be his boy, not his fucking, like, assumed enemy.
That's true, but from his perspective, he hasn't seen him in 25 years. He didn't know he went to prison. He just thought he was working for the same family that entire time, and then he shows up there. So I can get why he would think it also maybe. But it is a big jump. Like,
but it also works both ways, too. Like, why would Benny, like, jump to the conclusion that he needs to fucking kill Sly? You know, like, I don't know. It seemed really far-fetched to me.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say far-fetched, but I think that the characters, the way they make decisions is a little like one track, not really giving things a lot of thought, knee-jerk.
Benny seems like a wild card.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. He's just like, oh, my old mafia tie that I tried totally helping is showing up. I'm not going to engage with him. I'm just going to try to kill him on a drive-by.
Yeah.
After I've changed my life.
Yeah, no, I mean, I kind of agree with you. I do think it's a pretty big jump. And he could have done a little bit more investigating, I think, is what he could have done. But, I mean, some people have really swollen amygdalas.
Benny's a swollen amygdala for sure, dude. You see the bar fight where he just like gets that crazy smile on him, just starts fucking hitting somebody over the head with a bat. Yeah, like Benny's he's changing.
Yeah, he had quite the arc. That is for sure. But yeah, I feel like the biker gang was filler. If there was filler in the season, it felt like it was the biker gang stuff because it sort of tried to set up like it was going to be a long-term story, but then they ended up tying it up really fast, like sort of out of nowhere a little bit. Like you don't really think it's going to end as fast as it ends up ending, and you're like, oh, well, we still have another episode. What's the rest of this about? And then you kind of find out what it's about, and it's not the bikers. The bikers are a season 1 thing, and I'm glad. I hope they either just fully focus on the other stuff with the time, or at least introduce a sort of side plot seasonal gang that's not quite as like corny. I don't know. I didn't like the bikers. I just thought they were kind of like, they were dumb and kind of caricatures, and the loyalty that dude had with the bald. I mean, I guess almost all of them were bald, right? But yeah, like maybe I don't like Sons of Anarchy either, so maybe I just have a fucking thing against biker content, but didn't enjoy it. Glad it's gone.
Well, that shit's small fry, so they could always bring in the cartel.
Hell yeah.
Because that's who those people would really be fucking with if it was real life. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fuck it, bring in the Yakuza. I don't care. Just not bikers again.
Mexican cartel.
Yeah, well,
it's the Sinaloa cartel is probably who they'd be fucking with.
Yeah, but Ozark just did that kind of, so they might not want to retread on that ground so quickly. But
it's true,
maybe,
but it's real.
It is real. Oh shit. So anyway, I don't think I actually got an answer for you. When the reason I brought up the daughter is the arc of the daughter was absolutely hate to the end, basically trust you with my life, you're my dad, we're good now type relationship, all the way up to the very end when he gets arrested again, and then you can see the score drop. Like when you get dinged on your credit report, you see this little ding right above her head when you get in the cop car. Do you think that she is gonna double down on the daddy reconciliation? Do you think she's gonna become like really close to him, or do you think it's gonna go back in reverse and negative relationship again, or maybe even not even in it for all we know? She could get written off.
No, I think it's gonna stay positive.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Like I said, I'm sure he's going to get out relatively quickly. She's probably going to be a linchpin to the success of the businesses while he was in. You know, they're probably going to give her that type of role. So
that's definitely the direction I was feeling too. But
yeah, not doubt my mind. If she goes and like starts to hate him again, like that just, one, doesn't make sense to me, and two, would just be dumb and a waste of fucking showtime.
Yeah, well, I mean, and also if it, I don't know though, like you see it from her perspective, like she moves her family so he can protect her, and then he immediately goes to prison. It's pretty fucked up, but it's like at the same time, you're right, it would be a waste of television. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, no one wants to see that.
Yeah, I almost wish it was going to be a long time skip, like 10 years, because of that. Like, I feel like the 6 month time.
Sylvester will be dead, man. I don't know what that guy has. I mean, he did a lot of PEDs, all right? Shit that don't exist anymore. Shit that shit only legends speak about, and it takes time off your clock, okay?
Yeah. So speaking of surprises again, were you surprised when the kid drowned his dad, Cheeky?
Yeah. What about
On one
him?
hand, I felt it coming, like the betrayal. I felt the betrayal coming, but I didn't feel the bathtub drowning coming.
Oh, I felt that. Like, soon as the scene was there, I was like, "Oh, Peter's dead."
Yeah. Well, no. Once they showed the bathtub and set the scene, I'm totally with you. But before that started and before you saw them in a bathtub, would you have ever guessed that he was going to drown his dad in a bathtub?
No, it was the exact opposite. Like when he was at the church and he was talking to like the pastor or whatever, and he's just like, "He took my soul," and all this shit. I was like, "Oh, he's gonna become a good guy." He's like having resolution with the faster. He's like, and then next scene he kills his father. I was like, okay, never mind. He's gonna, he's becoming the monster his dad wanted to become. Got it.
I absolutely love the fact that he shaved his head and became Kingpin as soon as
He didn't shave his
murdered
head, dude.
Yeah,
He didn't shave his. He had no hair. Remember, like
no, he did. Oh, you're right. He had some hair, but he was using a
No.
wig. No, he wasn't.
You couldn't.
So he shaved the remainder of his hair that was working in conjunction with the wig.
Sure. Okay.
Yes. But I just love the fact that he did that. Like, it's like he's just like this. Oh, you ruined my life. To like, I'm fucking Kingpin. Look at my bald head. Let's go kill fucking Dwight. Let's go to Tulsa and make war.
Dude, when he came out initially, I was like, holy shit, it's Dana White. He really could, dude. If they ever do a movie of Dana White, he has to be the guy. It's uncanny.
Yes, now that you mention it, I do agree with you. It's uncanny. Oh, shit. So what did you think about the whole relationship with the FBI agent C story of the season?
I thought she was fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her acting was kind of like, actually, now that more and more I'm thinking about it, she's actually really realistic. I was just like, she's really manic and she gives me anxiety. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Never mind. But it was like the scenes with her and her psychiatrist, especially the last one, where she's like has that psycho fucking smirk on her face. I was like, this chick is fucking psycho, dude. Like, there's no way I'd hit that again.
No.
And fucking next time Sylvester, I mean, Sylvester finds a nice, decent looking cowboy chick, that or cowgirl chick, whatever you say, and has her own farm, all this shit, and you're thinking, oh, he found his wife. Fucking shows up drunk at his doorstep. He's like, let's go inside, babe. It's like, damn, dude, you're gonna fucking bed down that crazy bitch again. That's insane to me. It was insane to me. That's what I think. That's what I think of her.
Yeah.
And you know what? Guess what happened?
Yep.
Guess
And
what fucking happened?
So that, I think, is going to be the most controversial. Is it a surprise or not? Did you see that coming? Because on one hand, I could see the argument that you could see that coming, but on the other hand, it felt super out of character.
Yeah. Well, I see how they set it up. It was very, it was decently done or decently set up, but I didn't expect her to go to that degree, like. But I also, like after you turn it in and you think about it, it's kind of crazy that Sylvester handed her that much money.
Yes.
On a fucking ATF agent. I don't care who you're fucking. I don't care how hot. Like, that's a fucking law enforcement member, bruh. You're a fucking criminal mastermind. Like, you just handed her a fucking USB drive with your fucking whatever data on, like, however they're fucking gonna nail you that hard drive, that thumb drive.
I think that's how he's going to get out early. I think that there's probably going to be a trial, and it's probably going to open with a trial, but they're going to be like, there's no way to prove that this is his Bitcoin wallet, because there is no way to prove it. It has no verifiable information associated to it. So I have a feeling it's going to open with that, like, whole little, like, oh no, we can't prove it. It's Bitcoin wallet is
Brody's gonna. Is it Bodie or Brody? It's Bodhi, I think.
Yeah.
Bodhi's gonna do some Antonio Banderas hacker shit, dude. Fucking, they're gonna be like,
associate Antonio Banderas with hacking still. I love
is it
that.
Benicio? Oh, it's Benicio, isn't it? Benicio. but you know, did I get it right? The movie Hackers?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
There is a movie called Hackers, yes.
Is it Benicio? Or is it Antonio? There's Antonio Banderas and there's Benicio del Toro. Benicio is like Sicario, right?
The hacker. You're talking about the one with Angelina Jolie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think either of them are in.
Who is that? That's the guy from fuck.
Which character are you talking about?
The main dude. Fucking. Am I thinking of a whole different movie?
I think you're thinking of a whole different movie, man. I really do.
Hackers 1995. Oh man, I am, dude. What's Oh man, what's the name of that movie then? Fuck. There's a movie where he's like this expert. He's like a meme now. It's like he's an expert hacker, and it's almost like a swordfish type storyline, you know, where he's like taking him by like a criminal group that needs his hacking expertise, you know, and he has like a theoretical gun to his head, and he like has, you know, the swordfish pretty much makes fun of it in like a 2-minute scene, which is like the whole movie. You know what I'm talking about? Like Hugh Jackman having a gun to his head and hacking into the FBI mainframe or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, but that little scene, like that's the whole premise of that movie almost.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. So,
anyways, I'm not going to go on a tangent. People know what I'm talking about because it's like it's a cultural meme. Like people use it all the time. Yeah, he said after he's done hacking on the computer in like 3.5 milliseconds or whatever, because he's so badass, he just like sits back in his fucking chair and breathes out and he just looks up and he's like, "I'm so badass."
And what year? What year are you talking? Like,
it must have been the 90s. I was 90s? Super young. It's the guy. He was Zorro. Who was Zorro?
That's Antonio Banderas.
Okay, it is Antonio Banderas. I thought. Okay, I was right.
Trying to think what movie Antonio Banderas is a hacker, and this is fucking with me big time. Yeah,
Antonio.
I have no idea what movie you're talking about. I don't remember him ever hacking in any movie I've seen him in. But I don't know, man. You tell me.
Let's see what it was. Wait a minute. Are you serious? It's Assassins?
Oh, you're not Assassins? He wasn't a hacker. He just
95.
used some tech. He wasn't a hacker.
I don't know,
There was one scene where they did some super fake hacking shit. I remember that now. Oh man,
dude, this is why I think this is a fucking we're in a simulation, because I didn't even know what movie we were talking about, right? And then it turns out it's Assassins, starring Sylvester Stallone.
Set in
Come
Seattle.
on, dude.
Set in Seattle, dude.
What am I talking about right now, dude? The universe was trying to talk through me right there.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, what else? What else?
All I'm saying is Bodhi is going to do some Assassins level type shit. You know, he's just going to sit back in the chair and be like, "I got this." Sylvester's chill, dude. He's chill.
Were you surprised that Bodhi didn't flip when he got arrested?
Kind of.
I kind of thought he was for sure going to flip.
But the flip side to that, him ending up being like some, you know, smart crypto thief, was kind of like made sense, but his character, like acting wise, didn't evolve after like the mask was off, you know? Like I expected him to act a little bit more like uh, confident and secure with himself
Yeah.
after like the mask was off and people knew he was like this crypto badass who's rich, but he didn't, which didn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
But
Well,
nonetheless, I did like the Mike Judge throw out though. I don't know if you picked that up when Tyson was asking him how he learned all that shit when he was like hacking in to get Waltrip's money.
mhm.
Tyson asked how he learned all that shit. And he's like, I was part of a tech startup for 5 years.
Oh yeah. The Silicon Valley reference.
Yeah,
When you said
yeah.
Mike Judge reference, my mind was going to Beavis and Butthead. I was like, my
Oh,
brain was like,
yeah.
what was from Beavis and Butthead? But no, totally. That was 100% a fucking Silicon Valley reference.
It's also kind of funny because he kind of plays the same character whatever he's in.
total same,
No
same
slight to
demeanor.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
demeanor. But isn't it a little wild? You don't see like cross ownership references to different shows like that very often. That was really weird if you think about it. Like, think of anything else you've seen a reference like that for a show referencing another show that was only like 10 years ago owned on a different network.
Yeah. Dude, Sylvester's arch enemy, Arnold Schwarzenegger, did it in every single fucking thing he was in. I'll be back.
I guess.
And guess what? He was back every time for a solid 15 years. Okay.
Touche. Wonder if we're ever going to get a good. Sylvester Stallone has kept it so long. I just feel like Arnold, maybe it was the governorship, but he just never seems like he can act in anything anymore. It's sad, honestly, watching.
Oh, dude, Arnold's bought and paid for, man.
I hope
I'd say it's sad
back because he's still
it's
young
sad
enough. He's the same fucking age as Sly. Right?
Yeah, but everything he's do is going to be agenda driven.
No, if that's
he's
true,
bought and he's totally bought and paid for it. Look at everything that he has done, put his face on, not just including shows and movies. Like, look at the advertisements he does for everything. Like, he's totally bought and paid for. He's the opposite of Sylvester Stallone, who's pretty much shunned by Hollywood, who has to produce and fund his own movies most of the time. You know,
fucking poor Bruce Willis has Alzheimer's or whatever the fuck that shit is. Like, the fucking action star golden era is fucking dying of old age right now, and it is a bummer.
Yeah, it truly is, because there's no one. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a good amount of people that I think are hopeful to replace them eventually, especially if they end up being more cultural heroes than enemies. Like, I think Chris Hemsworth has a huge ability to, take up that type of mantle, if instead of just playing the Hollywood game, which it kind of like sometimes I hear things about him. It kind of seems like that's the type of guy he wants to be, but he's young enough to still know that he needs all that money.
Yeah.
So hopefully that changes. And then there's other people out there like Hugh Jackman, who's old in his own right. Older, but he's not.
He's like one generation past the Sly gen. Like, he's pretty old.
Yeah, but he still has one more generation than Sly left in him. So I think him sticking around would be
interesting.
Yeah, and I know there's other people. I'm thinking of Clint Eastwood's son. He doesn't get a lot of roles, but he's trying to get in more and more roles. I think that guy is pretty badass.
There's one that I want to call.
Scott, is it Scott Eastwood? I think it's Scott
Eastwood. He's pretty good. But there's
also, what's his name? Kurt Russell's son too, who's been in a few movies. Overdrive was one, which was super dope.
I can't think of who that is.
Kurt Russell's son.
What's his name? I'm trying to think of a movie I remember seeing him in.
Yeah, it's Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's son. I forget.
Dude, there's this show. It's based on a William Gibson novel called The Preparial.
Wyatt Russell. Anyways,
Wyatt Russell.
go on. Yeah.
Anyway, it's a good TV show. I highly recommend it. It's a sci-fi, like high concept sci-fi based on a really old sci-fi book, like one of the greatest sci-fi books ever written. But the reason I bring this up is because there's a character in that show called Burton Fisher who is like this. He's sort of like a Solid Snake-like character, but younger. Like he went to war and he was a part of like the first generation of soldiers that had like chips built into their brains. So like they were all quantum connected, like a flock of birds. To like, so he played the leader of that squad. The actor's name is Jack Rayner. Dude, this fucking guy has like future fucking action star of the world written all over him. I don't know what he's been in. I've never seen him anything else before, but he's really, really good in that, and I could totally see him becoming that type.
Jack Rayner's his actual name?
Yeah, Jack Rayner. I don't think he's been in too much. I think this is probably his bust-out role, but we'll see.
He's been in Transformers Age of Extinction 2014.
There we go.
He was in Midsommar, too.
Oh, I haven't watched that still. Oh, now I want to watch it more.
And The Peripheral, which I don't know.
Yeah, that's what
series.
That's exactly what I'm talking about right now.
Oh,
but, yeah, good show. Just want to bring up that's a good potential future action star.
Looks like a fucking loser to me. Anyways,
dude, watch the show. Trust me, you'll agree.
Just
with me
kidding.
when you watch it. There's some fucking sick ass military scenes with him and his squad in it. Some good shit. But anyway, any parting thoughts on Tulsa King before we get to our rating?
Don't move to Tulsa. It's not. You're not. Do they film in Tulsa?
They have to, because
it probably is. I'm not familiar with that town enough to know if it's authentic Tulsa we're getting. But
they probably don't. But I know they have shots of places in real Tulsa that they use in the show and mix it in at the very least.
Yeah.
That stupid statue that they show that looks butt ugly. That's fucking real Tulsa shit. I know that.
That's real Tulsa shit. I know deep down in my heart, I know that's real Tulsa shit. I mean, it's a good show. It's great. I don't know if it's Sopranos level. I don't know if it's so great that I'd be, telling everybody about it. But someone asked me like what I was watching, and if I had any recommendations, I would definitely say Tulsa King was up there on the chart, no doubt about it. And I don't know if that's really hard to say anymore, because I don't watch a lot of shit. So everything I watch, I kind of vet. So I don't really. I'll like, if I don't get a good vibe on episode 1, I just don't watch it.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot. All my recommendations are, I guess, good in that way.
Yes.
I don't have a lot of things I recommend. All my recommendations are the shit. Okay. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay.
All right. Well, put your money where your mouth is, Broadcaster Nickels. As you know, it is 2023, and with a new year comes a new ranking system. And this year it was your turn, Broadcaster. And
what was it again?
I would like to introduce the ranking system that he's probably already forgotten, even though he made it. The official, patented Lucifer rating system, in which all of our ranks are actors that portrayed Satan on a scale of S to D. On that system, Broadcaster Nickels, what do you rate Season 1 of Tulsa King?
I mean, should we go down the list
pick
first?
Pick it, and then you'll give your answer, and then we'll explain it.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a Peter Stormare.
Oh, okay.
Give it a Constantine from Constantine. Well, I guess we'll explain it. We'll explain it later. It's an A. But
it is
Yeah, I'm going to give it an A. It's a solid one. Peter Stormare's performance as Satan was a strong performance. I would say only outmatched by the man himself, Tim Curry.
Only outmatched by the rank I'm giving this show.
Oh,
Tim
wow.
Curry. And that's right. Thank you, Broadcaster Nickels. So clearly I like it a little bit more than you. I got I almost got heart palpitations like when I realized it was that new episode was out for the show. I started watching it like on episode 2, and every episode, like I literally downloaded it the second it came out. Like no show, I don't do that for any shows anymore. None. I don't care enough. But I was doing that for Tulsa King because I was.
Dude, he's just a Stallone simp, dude.
I am a little bit, and that's okay because he's the last based action star. I will hitch my star to his wagon.
No, dude, what's his name? The guy does that Amazon show that's been done by like 3 other actors, but it's like him now. Jack Reacher, I think, or is it Jack Ryan? I forget. It's like a Tom.
There's a Reacher and a Ryan. I think both of those things that you just blurted out
are
true.
Yeah. Well, Jack Reacher was Tom Cruise in 2 movies, I think, and then they did a show, and then Jack Ryan, I think, is. What's his name from The Office?
Tom Cruise played both of those characters at one point.
God damn it,
I think he played Reacher at one point and Ryan at one point.
Well, anyways, on Amazon right now, one of those shows is going, and they got a fucking gigantic person of a man playing him, and that guy is 100% based. he oozes based so much that I don't think he should be on a set. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, there's only a few very small things about the season that even mildly annoyed me, and they were way too small for me to really go down any road of imperfection. For 9 episodes, it was short, it was to the point, it was watch Stallone go from prison inmate to fucking King of Tulsa, which is exactly what the title of the show says. I like the fact that they explained their title within the show. Nothing bothers me more than shows with fucking dumb titles, like the sadly canceled Raised by Wolves is a great example. Just like Tulsa King to the point. This man is the King of Tulsa.
He is the king of a town I've never been to.